It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Seattle. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in a yard. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Another run with Mitchell, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Howell out of the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They run with Langford, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well, big man with ball.
other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here comes third and about a foot. Robinson will try to pick it up. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Operating from the gun, Oliver. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Powell. And he's got Smith and Jigba. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 78 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Or at least speed limits on there, and he won. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Oliver. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Howell's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a first down to boot.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Seahawks had 8-8 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Off-play action. It's Howell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now 2nd and 3. Smith and Jigba in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And Howell will throw it. That's complete to the running back, Funk. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mitchell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Mitchell again. And he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really... And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 124 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. He went over 100 yards a week ago, and with that run, he does it again.
He's an absolute horse, a guy that eats carries. And what I mean by that, the more you hand it to him, the more the production you're going to get. A big-time performer.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Oliver. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Give running right is Mitchell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Falcons 21, Seahawks 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Howell now to throw it. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Howell from the gun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Fighting down Penn, taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Well, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oliver. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
throwing on 3rd and long. Oliver, middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. First down, here's Mitchell. 5 yards is the tally on. Up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
138 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This is Langford, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And I think the ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for two here. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Oliver. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Robinson up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 205 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on 1st down. Oliver rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 3rd and 2, Oliver. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they got it 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Ready! Hiking 18! Warrior 70!
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aleem McNeil in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long, here's Howell. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 43. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's go now.
2nd and 7. Here's Langford. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
That is caught with Sean Bateman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go, set. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now it's Langford. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Falcons are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Intercepted by the Falcons. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Langford. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll go play action. Powell. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here we go, sack.
Here's 2nd and 10. Powell out of the shotgun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's in a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get him field. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the jump.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, they finish above.